On March 19, the Always Be My Maybe and former Hawaii Five-0 star, Daniel Dae Kim, announced he has tested positive for the coronavirus. He has been staying put in his Hawaii home since last Sunday and calls his new facial hair look quarantine chic. In his handle he wrote, "I was diagnosed with COVID-19, the disease caused by the coronavirus. Looks like I'll be okay, but I wanted to share my journey with you in the hopes that you find it informative or helpful. Hope you all stay safe, calm, and above all, healthy." On March 20, Marcus Smart, the Boston Celtics guard, announced on Twitter that he had tested positive for COVID-19, bringing the number of infected basketball players to 4. In his post he wrote, "I was tested 5 days ago, and the results came back tonight, which were positive." He said in a video, "I've been self-quarantined since the test, thank goodness. COVID-19 must be taken with the highest of seriousness. I know it's a #1 priority for our nation's health experts and we must get more testing ASAP."
What's up, everyone? So I just found out I tested positive for the coronavirus. I'm okay. I feel fine. I don't feel any of the symptoms. But I can't stress enough of practicing social distancing and really, keeping yourself away from a large group of people, and just really washing your hands and help protect yourself and help protect others by protecting yourself. Thank you.
Over to American football, the head coach of the NFL's New Orleans Saints told ESPN on March 19 that he had tested positive. He said he is resting at home and feeling fatigued. "This is not just about social distancing," he said. "It's shutting down here for a week to 2 weeks. If people understand the curve and understand the bump, we can easily work together as a country to reduce it. Take a minute to understand what the experts are saying. It's not complicated to do what they're asking of us. Just that type of small investment by every one of us will have a dramatic impact." Colton Underwood was not so lucky too. The 28-year-old former Bachelor revealed on Twitter that he tested positive for COVID-19. "This virus doesn't care how old or healthy you are," he wrote in a caption. "Please take care of yourselves and your loved ones and stay home." In the video, he pointed out that he is relatively young and in shape and still struggling with the virus. "It's been kicking my ass, just to put it bluntly," he said. The Bravo legend, Andy Cohen, revealed his diagnosis on Instagram on Friday, March 20. He wrote, "After a few days of self-quarantine and not feeling great, I have tested positive for coronavirus. As much as I felt like I could push through whatever I was feeling to do from home, we're putting a pin in that for now, so I can focus on getting better. I want to thank all the medical professionals who are working tirelessly for all of us and urge everybody to stay home and take care of themselves." DB Mazur was also a victim of the pandemic. She goes into detail about the whole ordeal in her Instagram post. She reveals that she had tested positive for the coronavirus. For sure it is a long and touching story, but we can't cover the whole story for now. Read all about her story on Instagram. Now to the British royal family. Per CNN, the heir to the British throne has tested positive for coronavirus, but his wife, Camilla, is negative. The Prince of Wales has tested positive for coronavirus. He has been displaying mild symptoms, but otherwise remains in good health and has been working from home throughout the last few days, as usual. A statement from Clarence House reads, "The Duchess of Cornwall has also been tested but does not have the virus. In accordance with government and medical advice, the Prince and the Duchess are now self-isolating at home in Scotland. The tests were carried out by the NHS in Aberdeenshire, where they met the criteria required for testing. It is not possible to ascertain from whom the Prince caught the virus, owing to the high number of engagements he carried out in his public role during recent weeks." On March 30, Clarence House announced Charles was out of self-isolation, while Camilla would remain so until the end of the week, per government guidelines. Still on the United Kingdom's reign, it was announced on March 27 that the UK's Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, had tested positive. "Over the last 24 hours I have developed mild symptoms and tested positive for coronavirus," he tweeted, while continuing to urge people to stay home. "I am now self-isolating, but I will continue to lead the government's response via video conference as we fight this virus," he said. CNN anchor Chris Cuomo announced on Twitter on Tuesday, March 31, that he had tested positive for coronavirus and is quarantining at home. Cuomo, along with his brother, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, has become one of the faces of the coronavirus pandemic. At his daily briefing on Tuesday, Governor Cuomo shared his brother's diagnosis, adding with his usual color commentary, "He's young, in good shape, Strong, not as strong as he thinks, but he'll be fine. Adam Schlesinger, the co-frontman of band Fountains of Wayne, adds up on the list too. He had been hospitalized and on a ventilator after contracting the coronavirus, his attorney told Variety. The musical artist, a 10-time Emmy nominee for his work as a songwriter and musical producer on the CW's Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, sadly died from complications of the virus on April 1 at the age of 52. Rest in peace, Adam. Ollie Wentworth, the actor, comedian, writer, and wife of Good Morning America's George Stephanopoulos, revealed she had tested positive in an Instagram post. "I have tested positive for the coronavirus. I've never been sicker. High fever. Horrific body aches. Heavy chest." She wrote. "I'm quarantined from my family. This is pure misery. #stay home." The singer-songwriter Sarah Bareilles revealed she had coronavirus on her Instagram stories, but says she is now feeling better. "I had it, just so you know. I'm fully recovered, just so you know," she said. "And I am just thinking about all the people who are walking through this really tricky time, and sending a lot of love, and just being really grateful for every easy breath and every day that I get to be walking around. I'm really quiet right now and will probably continue to be quiet, just sort of taking all of this in and having a lot of feelings, as I do." Also, the central figure of Netflix's hit, Joe Exotic, alias Tiger King in the docu-series, has been hospitalized with coronavirus complications, the New York Post reported on April 2. Brooke Baldwin, the CNN anchor, announced on Friday, April 3, that she tested positive for coronavirus. "I am okay," she posted on Instagram. "It came on suddenly yesterday afternoon. Chills, aches, fever." She also gave a shout out to the doctors and nurses who were doing one hell of a job. Pop star Pink wrote on Instagram too on Friday, April 3, that her family starting showing symptoms of coronavirus and that she tested positive. "My family was already sheltering at home, and we continued to do so for the last 2 weeks following the instruction of our doctor. Just a few days ago, we were retested and are now thankfully negative. It is an absolute travesty and failure of our government to not make testing more widely accessible," she wrote. She also FaceTimed with Oprah and verified on air that she was indeed positive. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, opted not to be tested. COVID-19 tests are still hard to come by, and many have suggested holding tests for those suffering from severe symptoms, but she took to Twitter to tell her fans that she thinks she had likely suffered from the virus for the past 2 weeks and has made a full recovery. "Thank you for your kind and lovely messages," she tweeted after her announcement. Kenneth "Babyface" Edmonds also tested positive. The R&B singer and producer on April 12 revealed on Twitter that he and his family had tested positive for the coronavirus. "I would like to warmly thank everyone for all the birthday wishes today," he said. "I feel so blessed to be able to celebrate another birthday. I tested positive for COVID-19, as did my family. It's an incredibly scary thing to go through, my friends. But he says they are doing well and are on their way back to full health." And last to appear on the list is George Stephanopoulos. The Good Morning America co-host announced he had tested positive weeks after his wife, Ollie Wentworth, confirmed she had COVID-19. He said he wasn't surprised by his test results, but that he's been asymptomatic. "I've never had a fever, never had chills, never had a headache, never had a cough, never had shortness of breath," he said. "I'm feeling great." This marks the end of our video presentation. I would very much love it if you liked and shared this video and subscribe to the Gossip Buddy channel. If not yet, kindly do so. Till next time. Ciao.